We're going to be talking about Ellen Glasgow, Glasgow. She was born in 1874, died in 1945. She's a Pulitzer Prize winning Southern author. She wrote over a long professional career. She produced around 20 novels, now termed historical fiction, along with numerous short stories and poems. Let's see here. She was educated at home in private schools, becoming well-read in philosophy, the social sciences, and literature. Her first novel, The Descendant, was published anonymously in 1897. She apparently wrote it much earlier, but her mother's death in 1893 delayed it being published. Right from the start, Miss Ellen produced works set in the South, mostly 19th century Virginia, that ignored the prevalent romanticized ideal to present in realistic terms the conflicts between Old and New South. She was to create strong and intelligent female characters, quite able to care for themselves with no trace. Victorian, she was popular at the time over the Victorian period. Over the years, 5 of her works were bestsellers and most were well received. The Battleground 1902 is still considered one of the finer portrayals of the Civil War South, while 1904 Deliverance continues to depict post-war social conflicts in the most convincing manner. The Wheel of Life in 1906, set in New York, was one of her ventures outside the South. And if you pan down, Chris, there is a wheel on there. Usually the wheel, headstone symbols, wheels means eternal, it goes round and round and round, means eternity. If you have a broken spoke in the wheel, it means just like the chain of life. Whether it's a broken spoke, that means a family member has passed in the family. So I'm not sure if that's related, but that was just really cool to see. All right, the suffrage movement apparently had little interest for Miss Ellen, although she did appear at some rallies and she soon dropped out. Her women's trilogy, consisting of Virginia in 1913, in 1916, Life and Gabriella, and 1925, Barren Ground, received most critical praise, as did her later comedies of manners. The Romantic Comedians, 1926, The Stop to Folly, 1929, and 1932's The Shelter's Life. Miss Ellen received the 1942 Pulitzer Prize for her 1941 This Is Our Life, though most scholars contend that by the time it was written, her powers were in decline. Her final published work was an autobiography, A Woman Within, specifically intended for posthumous release. Miss Ellen never married, although she had several romances, one with a married man known as Gerald B., and was engaged at least twice. Whether her relationship with Richmond fantasy author Branch Cabell was personal or merely professional remains unclear. Never completely forgotten, her Barren Ground and the 1935 Vein of Iron have remained pretty much continuously in print. Miss Ellen died of long-standing heart disease and gone for 2 generations. She remains part of Richmond lore. It is said that one stands before her house on 1 West Main Street late at night, and it is quiet. You can hear the sound of a manual typewriter coming from within and crying. All right, guys, have a great day, and we'll see you at our next video. Take care. Bye.